Why on earth do smart sales leaders drift away from their goals? Do they stop caring? No. The drifting happens one decision at a time. I'm Dave Pender. I've spent the last 27 years in sales and sales leadership. And on this channel, I share practical ideas, mistakes I've made, and leadership blind spots that can make a real difference to the way that you lead and sell. Earlier in my leadership career, I had far too many evenings where I'd finish the day absolutely exhausted. And if you asked me what I'd done, I probably could have listed 50, 60 things. If I was being completely honest with myself, though, very few of them had actually moved me closer to what mattered most. And looking back, a huge chunk of them I probably shouldn't have touched in the first place, right? I should have delegated them, deprioritized them, or simply just said no. And that's when I realized something, right? Every decision needs one filter. We all know the phrase, what you focus on grows. I'd actually change it slightly. What you choose to focus on grows. Because your focus, make no mistake about it, is absolutely a choice. So the biggest mistake I see isn't that leaders don't have goals. Most of you do, right? The mistake that you're making is you stop using those goals to make your day to day decisions. January comes around, goals get written, everyone's motivated. Then real life comes in, right? Meetings, emails, firefighting, requests from your boss, requests from your team. Before you know it, you are ridiculously busy, but you're slowly drifting away from that very thing that you said mattered most. And that's where the frustration kicks in, right? You work incredibly hard, but you don't feel like you're making the progress that you should be. You've become reactive instead of intentional. You spend time on things that never really mattered in the first place. And because you're making decisions without a clear focus, you start second guessing yourself way more often than you should. And that lack of clarity, that can chip away at your confidence and just make your job a little bit more daunting and a little bit less enjoyable, right? So having a clear focus, that allows you to make every decision in alignment with that focus. And that is so powerful because it gives you clarity, because it gives you confidence. And when you're leading a team, those two things are absolute gold dust, right? So the question I consistently ask myself now is incredibly simple. Does this move me closer to what matters most? Sometimes the answer is yes. Great. Go do it. Sometimes, more often than not, the answer is no. And if it doesn't, can I delegate it? Can I deprioritize it? Can I politely say no to it? Because sometimes, of course, right? Your business needs you to do something that isn't your first priority. That is part of having a job. But at least it becomes a conscious decision rather than a default one. So here's what I would encourage you to do. Spend whatever time you need getting super clear on your North Star, right? You might have a lot of goals this year, completely normal, but what is the one overriding focus that's going to guide your decisions? Write it down and think clearly and carefully about every single word. And I mean that, right? Words matter and language matters, right? This isn't something that you're going to write down once and then forget it. It's something you should come back to every single day. Put it on a whiteboard, stick it on your desk, read it every morning, right? If you're struggling to get it exactly right, that's fine. Ask someone you trust to challenge it. Ask a mentor, a colleague, someone who'll sharpen your thinking. You can even share it with your boss and ask them to hold you accountable to it because this is real, right? You don't become the leader you want to be because you make one brilliant decision. You become that leader because you make hundreds of small decisions, all pointing in the same direction, right? Every decision needs one filter. Let's go.